So you want to make sure your like your NAP, name, address, phone number, is this exactly the same on your profile as your website and as any other directories or listings you're in. Because if there's different information, like, maybe you moved and you changed your address in a few different areas but not in other areas, Google's going to get confused. So when they look for you, they're going to say, well, wait, now which address is it? And your rank's going to go down. So you want to just make sure that all of the information on your profile is consistent with the information about your business across the web.
Thank you for tuning into Time for You Evolve for female entrepreneurs. Remember, you have what it takes to achieve greatness. Your time is now. You're here with me, you're ready to change lives, and you're ready to change the world. Isn't it time to skip over the confusion and start creating sustainable and consistent results? We're going to pull back the curtain and start giving meaning to life in this podcast. Time for You Evolved. Hey, my name is Lisa Carmichael, and I am obsessed with everything online. It's no secret, in this crowded and highly competitive business world, we need to stand out. It's even more important at a deeper level to stand up for ourselves. I am a farm girl who grew up shy with zero confidence. If someone had suggested that I would eventually start a podcast, I would never have believed it. As a farm kid, I had the unique opportunity to embrace a holistic approach to life. All the seasons of growth were lessons that have helped me and other female entrepreneurs find success when they've been stuck and struggling. The Time for You Evolve podcast is here to help you navigate business online so you can be laser focused and help you navigate the messy and the magical in every season of your business. Pull up a seat to hear the tried and true secrets that other female entrepreneurs like you are facing, and get ready for real talk while you learn. This is the Time for You Evolved podcast. Hey there, entrepreneurs, ready to work smarter, not harder? Then you're in for a treat. Let's talk about video marketing, the smart approach that attracts, retains, and converts faster than any other strategy out there. Hey, I get it. Video marketing can be daunting. You should be doing it, but you're not quite ready to take that leap, or you're frustrated because you're not looking like a pro. Hey, I get it. Who can blame you? Creating videos can be frustrating, time-consuming, and downright intimidating. That's where Big View comes in. It's the solution for your frustration. With Big View, you can create professional videos with ease thanks to its teleprompter app. I've been using Big View for years. Did you know that? Big View is an app that has saved me a lot of time and hassle. The app makes it easy to create professional looking videos. It's an online teleprompter that allows the presenter to keep eye contact with the camera while reading the text they need to speak. Using a teleprompter app allows the reader to sound natural without cue cards or notes to fumble or looking down while you're speaking. And the best part is that Big View allows you to focus on your performance and delivery so your confidence shines through. You get to keep eye contact with the camera while you're reading your script. Whether you're a marketer, a blogger, a trainer, a freelancer, a publisher, or business owner, Big View is designed with you in mind. If you're ready to take your video marketing game to the next level, click on the Big View link on my website, lisarcarmichael.com/bigview. Join me and be the best presenter you can be and learn how to make great presentations. And that's lisarcarmichael.com/bigview. Laura, thank you for joining me here on our podcast, Time for You Evolved. Laura's an amazing entrepreneur. She and her husband own a digital marketing business called Tried and True Digital Marketing. And they have over 30 years of business and operations experience.
and they are located just down the road from me. So when we talk about local SEO, that's kind of how we met, because of local SEO, because she is based in Burnsville. I'm in Egan. What they offer in their business is they have services that include search engine optimization for websites, social media solutions, lead generation, retargeting ads, Google, and all the digital marketing business things that we need as female entrepreneurs. And today, Laura is going to talk a little bit more, and we're going to go in depth about the Google business profile, which used to be known as, I can't even remember the name anymore.
Google My Business, and
Google
people
My Business.
still call it that, but yes, which is fine.
So, Laura, did you always want to be an entrepreneur?
Yes, I come from an entrepreneurial family. I've always done things here and there myself. I had a corporate career for many years in healthcare for about 30 years. But a few years ago, I was looking for something different. And I always kind of had my fingers in the marketing space, the companies that I worked with, and I was always really intrigued with it. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And my husband and I had an opportunity a few years ago to start. We wanted to start a business, and with things he experienced in the marketing space, he's a guitar instructor, has had a website and his own marketing agency for years, but found out they weren't really handling it quite correctly. And so he was dealing with that. I was looking for another opportunity, and we decided that we wanted to have our own marketing agency focus locally in Minnesota, although we expand beyond that, but help other business owners, small business owners in particular, who don't really know much about marketing, don't know what they need, don't know what they need to be paying attention to. And so we launched our agency, Tried and True Digital Marketing. So, yeah.
And something that shocked me when we had an earlier conversation was that not every business owner has their Google business profile set up or even set up correctly. And you gave me a percentage, and I was shocked.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully most of the listeners know what a Google business profile is, or Google My Business. But it turns out there's not a whole lot of exact information and stats about it, because Google doesn't know what they don't know. But from what I've read, about 50 to 60% of businesses don't have a profile. And so that is like the key thing that a business owner needs to be able to be found locally in a search. So it's super important.
Right, because isn't that what we all are using now? We go to Google and we ask Google questions.
Hmm.
So that's why it's extremely important. Why does a business owner need a Google business profile? But is there any other reasons why you think a person or a business would need that profile?
Yeah, so a profile is really important. For most businesses, you want to be able to rank organically higher in a search. So if somebody is searching for a plumber near me, that plumbing business needs, basically, in order to compete, because that's a very competitive industry, they need to have a business page, a Google business profile, at least, at the very least, to be found online. And most people, when they are searching for services or a restaurant or whatever, they're going to pull out their phone and they're going to enter in, plumber near me. And when they need that plumber, they're not going to keep looking and scrolling and trying to find someone. They're going to go with whoever's showing up on top, probably one, two, or three, and then they'll make the call and they'll go from there. So if you're a business owner and you want to compete, that's the very least you can do. The good news is that setting up a profile is free. There's no cost to do it, but you need to know how to do it correctly and keep it up.
Okay, so this might be a trick question, and I apologize, but when you say near me, how does Google know what is near me? Do you know?
Well, the funny thing is our phones and our computers have geo trackers. There's locations. And if you've ever been online and you entered plumber near me, and then often there's a pop-up that comes up that says, allow me to see your location or something like that. It's like a location, can we see your, or allow your location, however it's worded. I think everyone knows what I mean by that. If you say yes, then it will know where you're at. So based on where you're currently at, your location, it can tell you who's closest to your address.
Okay, okay. Because I've done blog posts where I've included near me in that blog post, but it's been a few years since I've done that. And I have no idea now why I even did that. And I don't know if that help. I was hoping that that blog post would maybe rank higher in searches.
Yeah. So that's kind of tied to what keywords you're looking to rank for. So keywords are the words that you want to incorporate into your content, on your website, anywhere where you want people to find you. So the idea is that you want to choose keywords that people are actually searching for. So if they're searching, again, I'll use the plumber example. If I'm in Burnsville or I'm local and I want to find a plumber that is, and I'm a plumber, let's say I'm a plumber, and I want people around me to find me, then I want to have keywords in my website and in my content that, so when someone's searching plumber near me or plumber in Burnsville, that I've got those keywords in my content somewhere so that I'm more likely to show up first because it is location generated, if that makes sense.
True. Yes, it does. Because it all has to do with ranking. And
Yeah.
how does ranking work when it comes to that?
Yeah, so keywords are really important, and a key part of being able to rank in a search. So, and you can do keyword research that it gets a little bit more detailed and in depth. So you can have somebody do research for you, and they can look at your competitors, and they can look at the service in that local area to determine, okay, these are the keywords that businesses are ranking for. But some of them can be very competitive, the keywords. It gets a little bit technical, but basically you want to include keywords that identify your business or your service so that when people are searching, they're going to find you. So make sure it includes something related to your services, your industry, your location, and working, you can do your own research to figure out what makes the most sense, or you can work with a marketing agency who can do the research for you. But that's a really key part of it.
Laura, I want to use our happy hour as an example. So we have several different local businesses that come to our happy hour. And one of the things that I've been trying to do is encourage them to list their two keywords for their business. Why do you think that that would be helpful for them when it comes to each other, knowing each other's keywords versus, oh, I know a plumber? I mean, yeah, plumber is a keyword, but yeah, do you think that's a good idea, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think well, so the one thing that's nice about a keyword is that it will help people remember who you are and what you do. So if either they're looking for that service themselves or they know somebody who's looking for that service, and that can be the trigger to say, oh, yeah, there's somebody in my happy hour group that does financial planning or does, whatever. I think it's a good idea because it's a good trigger word, and usually it's one or two words, it's short. So, yeah.
Mhm. And when you say one or two words, so is that the ideal number of keywords to have, or do you want a whole list of keywords?
Well, so ideally, usually you start with a primary keyword and then you identify secondary keywords that are related to it. So for example, let's say bikes. So I'm looking for bikes. Maybe I'm a bike shop. So the primary keyword might be bike shop, and then a secondary keyword could be like bike repair or bike accessories or something related to bikes or the bike shop, and then it drills down from there. So the more the merrier, honestly. The more keywords you can have, the better you're going to rank, but they have to be the right keywords, and you don't want to overdo keywords in your content. That's called keyword stuffing. And Google's magical bots and algorithms can detect that. So you've got to there's a certain finesse that you have to have with your keywords. You want to identify the right ones, make sure they're placed in the right places, and that the frequency is good. So, for example, if you've got 100, um, you want about 1 to 2% of your keywords in every 100 word. So it's kind of minimal. So you want to keep it. You have to be careful with that. So just something to think about.
That's a really great statistic. So write that down. 1%.
Yes.
That's a good idea. Okay. And with having your business, is it a good idea to create blog posts? You know, you've got you're saying create a Google My Business account or a Google Business profile. So what do you do when once you have that Google Business profile?
So the your website and your Google Business profile really work hand in hand together. So when we're talking about keywords and content, you want to have keywords in both your profile and in your website. But the profile, what really stands out, and you can do SEO, which is search engine optimization, and that's the process of improving your website or your Google Business profile so that'll help you rank higher in a search. With your Google Business profile, the way you can stand out more so with this, and this is what a lot of business owners don't take the time to complete it or don't realize it, is that you want to ensure that you've got as much information that's available to fill in on the profile as possible. So your name, address, and phone number, your business address, key information like your hours and your website, and all of the things that are obvious. You want to make sure that you can fill in as much of that information as possible, because the more information you have, the better it's going to perform for you for that business. You also want to include photos. And then one thing that a lot of businesses miss are the updates. So way at the bottom of that profile, there's usually a description of the business. So there'll be like a message for the business. I can't remember what it says, but it'll be something about the business. And then below that, there's a place to add an update. The updates are like gold, and that's where you can include content. You can include a special promotion or special event for your business. The more you consistently add updates, the better, because that's going to help with your overall SEO, and it can highlight your business. So it's going to make you stand out more. So super important.
So when a business adds updates, does that mean that there's more of you for Google to find?
Yeah, great question. The more you show up across the web, the more Google has to look for you and the more credibility and authority you have. So that's going to help you rank higher. So you've got your website, got your Google Business profile, you've got maybe guest blogs and links to other sites, which is good. Being listed on multiple directories and listings. So there's all sorts, there's like, Bing and Yelp and Yahoo, things that people have heard of. But there are all sorts of other listings and directories that are out there that, working with an agency, you can get your name spread across the web in other ways. And these may be sites that people go to regularly or not at all, but it doesn't really matter, because the point is you're getting your name and your business information out across the web. So you're going to show up in multiple places. So when someone's searching, you're likely to rank higher.
So a lot of women, especially female entrepreneurs, solo entrepreneurs, go down that rabbit hole of social media.
Yeah.
How does social media and a Google business profile, how can they work together? Or
So
should they be kept separately?
Well, so they're separate, but the common thing is, when I mentioned the updates on the Google Business profile, it can be the same kind of content that you're posting on your social media site. I would change. I wouldn't do the exact same thing, but the idea is that if you social media is another really important piece. Businesses should be posting consistently, whether it's once a week, twice a week, daily, whatever it is, they should be posting on their chosen platforms on a regular basis. The consistency of it, the fact that the content is out there, again, is going to help someone, a business's visibility show up. So they work together, definitely, they work together. And I would, for most industries, some social media isn't going to be as important, but you want to be on the right platforms, and you want to be posting consistently.
And the posting consistently on social media platforms is kind of the same as Google with what you were saying, because the more you post on social media, the broader your audience is, the broader the reach you have. But can you post too many updates on your Google business profile?
I'm not aware that there's any limit to doing that, because it's really designed. Those updates are designed to be, kind of on the fly. So if I'm a business owner and I'm going to have a special event or a special promotion, I might be doing that daily, to get the word out. Now, it's out there. Again, if people are searching, they'll likely find it. It's a matter of if they go down and read it, but that's okay. It's good idea to do it. So.
And you said something that piqued my ear. uh, don't post the exact same thing in your Google business profile. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, I wouldn't like word for word take my social media post and then just plug it into the Google business profile. I would paraphrase it, or somehow reword it, maybe shorten it or whatever. One thing, and I haven't seen this to be true, or I don't know this to be actually, exactly
Mhm.
true, but duplicate content is something that Google looks for. So if you have, for example, a blog post on your website, and then unless it's a link, like a formal link, if
Mhm.
you post it in the exact same thing in another area, Google can detect that as being duplicate content, and they don't like that. So that could be
Whoa,
problematic. Yes.
guilty.
Well, and a lot of people do, because they don't realize that. So it's okay to link,
Yeah.
to, if it's another site, link back to your blog post,
Hmm.
but don't have your blog article on your website and then in some other site word for word, and then another, because it can detect that, and it doesn't like duplicate content.
That makes so much sense. But I have been guilty of that where I can't get the two to link together. So I'll just copy and paste it into
Yeah,
into an
yeah.
update. And okay, and that makes sense because that really ties into AI.
Yes. Well, yes. AI, is really, it's good. It's good. It can be used for good, and it's very smart. And so it can detect things. Now, it doesn't mean it's always accurate, but if it detects something, and this is like for your Google business profile. So this is something important to know too. A lot of people, or well, many people have experienced the unfortunate issue of being suspended, their Google business profile suspended. And usually it's because there's something that Google's algorithms is detecting as being suspicious activity. And it's mostly related to reviews. So, super important to ask for reviews. All business owners should be asking for reviews. You want to, get the more the better, but it's how you go about it. So, if you all of a sudden get a whole bunch of reviews at once, Google's going to say, wait a second, that seems spammy. That's probably not real. So they may shut you down. So you don't want a deluge of reviews. You don't want reviews that are not genuine. So if just like saying, oh yeah, Laura's marketing group is great. Well, it probably won't get published, for one thing. But if they're not specific, reviews need to be very specific to the services, that this person, the reviewer, has purchased, or their experience. So it's important when asking for reviews that you say, hey, be as specific as possible. Tell the audience what I did. Please give me 5 stars. Ask for 5 stars. I mean, you should. So that's an important part. Maybe I went down a little rabbit hole here with that, but reviews are an important part of the
Yeah.
Google business profile. So yeah.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad you brought that up, that your business account can get suspended, because a lot of times we only think that social media, Facebook can suspend your account, or Instagram can suspend your account. So I haven't had my Google account suspended. I hope I never have to deal with that. That sounds pretty scary to me.
Yeah, it can be extremely frustrating, and listeners who have experienced will agree. And sometimes it can take months to get it back. Sometimes you'll
Mm.
get it back the next day. It seems very arbitrary. I don't have the magic answer on how to do it, and I've helped and talked to many business owners who have experienced it. But there's only so much you can do. So, but yeah, so I have other techniques on how to do it, but yeah, that's let me know if anyone's got problems and I'll tell you what I know about it. So, yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for bringing that up about the reviews. That they're so important, and it's very important to find people that have genuine reviews, because there are businesses out there that's what they're in the business of doing, is writing reviews for other businesses, and that's when your business gets in trouble, and that's how you will get your Google business account suspended.
Mhm.
So be authentic, be genuine.
Yeah. And yes, exactly. And when asking reviews, you can't incent people to leave a review. So if you said, "Hey, if you give me a review, I'll give you a $20 off the next purchase," or something, you don't do that. It just, like you say, needs to be authentic. But ask. I think a lot of female business owners are hesitant to ask. Honestly, I was hesitant to ask when we first started our business. I just
Hmm.
kind of thought, oh, even though I knew it would be a good review,
Yeah.
I just felt like, oh, am I intruding? And then finally I got over it. I'm like, no, I'm going to ask. I'm going to start asking for reviews because I want to build that up. And,
Yeah.
so yeah.
I have been talking about reviews, I would say, for months and months, maybe years and years. And I've started asking, but I'm still not getting people to give me reviews.
Mm,
And
yeah.
and I really, I mean, I don't think that I'm asking in an uncomfortable way,
Yeah.
but why, why not? I don't understand that mentality. Like, let's just do it. Let's help each other out. Let's build each other up.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that from many business owners who, they know they did a good service. The customer's really happy. They've asked for a review, and there's different reasons. Some people aren't as tech savvy, so they feel like they don't really understand how to do it. With your Google Business Profile, there's a way that you can get a little link to a code that you can either email or
Hmm.
text to somebody so they can just do a quick 5-star review and say a couple sentences about what I did for you. But even though, yeah, and it's like super simple, a lot of people just you know don't do it. Now if they're unhappy, they'll do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Sadly, as we all know. And that happens too. And
Hmm.
sometimes, and I've talked to many business owners about this, they've got bad reviews. So then their overall average, stars is less than what they would want it to be.
Hmm.
So I think another key point about reviews is always respond to a review, whether it's a good review or a bad review. Always respond back. If it's a good one, hey, thanks, Lisa, so much. I really appreciated working with you, and I'm glad glad you're happy. We had great success, something like that. If it was a bad review, hey, Lisa, I'm so sorry things didn't work out. I'd love to talk to you more about it, or whatever. Or you can, I mean, somehow without taking the blame, but acknowledging their concern and hey, I want to make it right. I'll reach out, because people look at those, and as you probably know if you've looked at reviews, you take it with a little bit of a grain of salt, because if you see someone who's got all these great reviews and there's one like 1-star review and you read it, it's like, okay, they were disgruntled about something, whatever. I mean, for the business owner, it hurts, but for the consumer, most people will kind of say, okay, yeah, for the most part, it's great reviews, so it's a good company, something like that.
And then, in your experience, a company that has more reviews, does that help with ranking?
Yes. Definitely, definitely helps with that. That's also associated with Google local services ads. So there are Google ads that also take that into account. So in order for, if you're paying for ads on Google, if you've got more reviews, you're going to rank higher than your competitors. So I'm going to go back to the plumber example because that's very competitive. A lot of plumbers do Google ads or Google local services ads. The ones that have more reviews and more budget. I mean, there's a whole thing to it, but the reviews is a really important part of it. So, and in fact, they won't let you place an ad unless you have a certain number of reviews. And I want to say at least three or five, something like that. So, okay.
So again, talking about a profile, is there anything a business owner should avoid when they're creating their profile?
No, I mean, the only thing to really be conscious of is to ensure that any information you put on your profile is consistent with any information you've got anywhere else on the web. So you want to make sure your like your NAP, name, address, phone number is this exactly the same on your profile as your website and as any other directories or listings you're in. Because if there's different information, like, maybe you moved and you changed your address in a few different areas but not in other areas, Google's going to get confused. So when they look for you, they're going to say, well, wait, now which address is it? And then your rank's going to go down. So you want to just make sure that all of the information on your profile is consistent with the information about your business across the web.
Well, and speaking of consistency and photos, so one person advised me to use my same photo throughout all platforms so that people get to know me, so that I'm always the same person instead of different photos. Do you have any feedback on that? Do you think it really makes a difference in ranking?
I think there's value. I mean, the recognizable standpoint, I think there's value in that. And that's not to say that you couldn't or shouldn't have other photos. Do you mean like a headshot or something like that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think it is there is some value and consistency in having that. But that's not to say that you couldn't include other ones. So yeah.
Okay. And do you have any tips or tricks when it comes to photos, like using alt text or using captions?
Yeah, so part of the SEO process, that's a key part of it, is that for images, you want to include any of that metadata that describes it. Again, it's behind the scenes, so people won't necessarily know it's there, but Google's little algorithms will know it's there. And so by having the right types of, captions and tags, that's definitely going to help your SEO and will help you rank.
Do you mind just sharing your definition of metadata?
Again, this is where it gets a little bit more technical for my team. But when I think of that, there's like tags that are associated with the images. There's headers. So this would be like in a website, you've got like your main header on your homepage and then other subheaders. So it's what those data elements are and how they're worded, tags that are named and behind the scenes. And that's so I have a team of technical experts that do this, which is
Okay.
good. But that's about as much as I know about it.
And surprisingly, what you're saying is making sense. I'm such a visual learner. So if my eyes are like going up to the ceiling, it's like I am visualizing my back office, my WordPress account, and how I know some of my taglines I'm also including in my header lines or my meta text, if that would be the right way to explain it.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone has a little bit different experience. So it should be very straightforward. But I have heard of a number of people who have had difficulty getting verified. And often it's related to, so if a business has a brick and mortar, address and, they're like a storefront, that's usually easier to get verified because when you request verification, there are different things that you have to provide. Usually, if that address, it's easy for Google's however they do it on their end to check it out to see that it's legitimate. You show up. And whatever you show up, so that's easy to find. If it's a business that works out of their home, and let's say they don't want they still have to use their home address, but they may not want that visible to the general public because they don't have people coming to their home. So then you can set it up as a service area, which is great. But then the verification process gets a little bit trickier because you have to prove that you live out of the home. I'll give you or work out of the home. I give you an example of my daughter who had a cleaning business, and she had a very difficult time getting verified, even though she submitted the same what was required over and over. It just took forever to do, and finally, she was able to do a, live chat verification, or actually, we took it. I took it over and did it for her. A live chat where I literally took my laptop, walked around because she was a cleaning business. They wanted to see the car that she worked out of, wanted to see her supplies in the supply area, wanted to see that she could like literally take the key to the home and get into the home to get to it. I mean, it was just kind of crazy. So but
Wow.
there was a person and I walked around and showed them all of these things. And then she verified it right like that. But it took 6 months to get there, crazily enough.
Mm.
So yes, it depends, and it can be very frustrating, or it can be very easy. So it just really depends. Yeah,
That sounds intense. I had never
yeah.
heard of such a thing. It almost sounds like the IRS.
I know. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's such a great thing to have that profile, and you really need it. But yeah, there are some bumps that can happen. Some people
Hmm.
it's very easy. Mine, when we got our profile set up for our business, it was very easy. So
Hmm.
I can't really speak to why some.
Yeah. Well, I guess in the bigger scheme of things, we almost have to appreciate that because there are a lot of scam artists out there. And if that's what they have to do to protect us as business owners, then so be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about the Tried and True agency. What kind of services do you offer and how can a listener today reach out to you?
Yeah. So our website is triedandtrueagency.com. Our business is Tried and True Digital Marketing, and we're based out of Burnsville, as Lisa had said, Burnsville, Minnesota, as Lisa had mentioned. And our services include search engine optimization or SEO. We have both local programs, and we talked a little bit about that with the Google Business Profile today. A lot of emphasis with that, as well as website SEO. Which helps a business rank higher organically. That's without paying for ads. And what SEO is really like basic maintenance for your website. Once you have it set up, often website builders, they'll make it SEO ready, but they won't do the SEO. SEO is a long, is an ongoing, kind of like insurance for your sell for your car. It's insurance for your website in order to rank higher. So SEO is a very important part of just maintaining your online presence. So SEO. And then we do paid ads. So we do Google ads, as I had mentioned, and then we do retargeting, and actually lead generation or lookalike ads, and then retargeting ads. So those are those kind of, some people think are a little creepy. You're online, you're looking for a pair of shoes, and you think, oh, that's great. And then you move on to the next site, and all of a sudden those shoes are popping up everywhere. Yeah, that's us. Super effective, maybe annoying and creepy for some people, but it works really, really well for businesses, for some businesses. So the ads, and then we do social media. So we help with specifically Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
And you have specialists in Tried and True agency. So it's not like one person is trying to figure it out for each business that you work with.
Correct, correct. Yes, we have a team that have the technical expertise to
Mm.
do these different elements. Myself and my husband primarily focus on the strategizing and consulting with business owners.
Mhm.
It's really important when working with an agency. We're very relational, and we want to educate and provide value to the businesses that we talk to. And if there's something that we can provide, that's great. But we have a lot of other referral partners. So if somebody needs a website, we know people who can do that and do a really great job. So our goal is really just to provide that value, not sell something that they don't need. Because sometimes business owners, we've had them come and say, yeah, I need an SEO plan. And when we do an evaluation of their online presence, it's like, wow, your SEO could use some help, but this is where you could really, benefit and try to steer them in a different direction. So that's how we focus it.
I love this interview so much, Laura, because it just shows that you are a real person behind this digital marketing business.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people think, it's just somebody out there doing something and you're in another country and you're doing this locally. So that's really neat. And I love the fact that you are offering a complimentary evaluation of a website.
Yes, yes. So that's kind of our first step, and that we do offer this to any business owner who's interested. Again, if someone's thinking about marketing, the first step is to let's get a look at your online presence. Let's see how your website is performing. So we do an analysis of the website to kind of get an overall SEO score, and then we also review the Google Business Profile, any social, links, anything that we can do to kind of get a bigger picture of how that business is performing in an online, a stage. And then based on that and based on their goals, what are they looking to achieve? We can make some recommendations and come up with hopefully a solution that would work.
That sounds great because I know as a female entrepreneur, it's so important to have that positive ROI. And Laura's heart is in the right place because that's what she wants for any business that they work with, whether you're a female entrepreneur or any type of entrepreneur business. So that's so awesome. I appreciate you, Laura, and I appreciate all the time that you've spent with me and answering my questions. And I hope that our audience today found this helpful as well. But do check back or check in with Laura's website, triedandtrueagency.com. I will put her website in the notes as well as maybe some of your social media links so that people can kind of follow you and see what you're up to as well. So,
Perfect, perfect. And if you get to the website and you're interested in, just getting an idea of how you're performing online, there's a form on there. You can fill it out, and we'll reach out, or you can give us a call or email us. All of the contact information is there. So just let us know.
sounds great. Thanks so much, Laura.
Thank you, Lisa. I really appreciate you taking the time and talking with me today.
I love it. All right. Take care.
All right, thanks.
Hey, how awesome was that? So, some great advice when it comes to your Google business profile, which is extremely important, as Laura shared with us. Be sure to visit Laura's website, triedandtrueagency.com, and take advantage of getting your website analysis done by Laura and her team. I know you won't have any regrets doing that. I hope the tips that Laura shared today were as helpful for you as they were for me. Laura shows up with authenticity and a deeper perspective, a deeper understanding of when it comes to digital marketing. I hope you enjoyed these tips as much as I did. Thanks for listening in on the podcast, Time for You Evolved for Female Entrepreneurs.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Time for You for Female Entrepreneurs. If you loved this episode as much as I did, head on over and rate and subscribe so you never miss an episode. New episodes drop every week, and if you want to support the show, leaving a review goes a long way. A special shout out to our amazing partners and sponsors. Their support allows us to continue bringing you engaging content every week. And with that, a big thank you. I look forward to seeing you next time. If you're ready to supercharge your email marketing and automation game, look no further than my favorite autoresponder, Active Campaign. It's the ultimate all-in-one platform designed to turn your contacts into customers and your customers into loyal advocates. Imagine having a tool that not only understands your customers, but anticipates their needs. That's what Active Campaign does. With its powerful customer experience automation, you can create personalized journeys that nurture leads, drive sales, and build lasting relationships. The biggest reason I chose ActiveCampaign after trying other autoresponders is because I wanted to make sure my emails were being delivered and not going into spam. I need to know that my emails actually get to the people I'm emailing so that I have good engagement rates, response rates, and click-through rates on every email I create. Then I can have peace of mind that what I send out about my blog posts or upcoming events gets delivered and that people get to read what I write. And since it's just me, using ActiveCampaign saves me a bunch of time because I've been setting up automations that I can just drag and drop, allowing me to save hours of time. Not only have their pre-built automations and integrations saved me time, I'm able to power a personalized marketing plan throughout the customer's life cycle. In the end, I really want to personalize my message and make sure that each person is getting a unique email tailored to them, because I don't want to be sending bulk cookie cutter emails. I want to make sure that my customers and community is getting things that are tailored to them as much as I can. Email marketing doesn't have to be crazy where you're not just pushing information. ActiveCampaign teaches you how to be pulling information as well. I appreciate the value I've received from ActiveCampaign when it comes to creating and managing email campaigns. The support through webinars, live chats, and live study halls have been very helpful in maximizing their platform and a great alternative to those other email services I've tried in the past. ActiveCampaign allows me to build a business without relying on advertising. It has simplified my marketing processes, saving me time, which allows me to focus on what I do best, serving my customers. Whether you're a small business or just starting or a seasoned entrepreneur, ActiveCampaign scales to meet your needs and grows with you. If you're ready to up your marketing game, go to my website, lisarcarmichael.com/ActiveCampaign. That's my partner link, and sign up for a free trial. Experience firsthand the power of ActiveCampaign and take your marketing to a new level. Don't miss out, stay ahead, and stay automated with ActiveCampaign. Go to lisarcarmichael.com/ActiveCampaign for your free trial. Hi friends, today let's have a heart-to-heart about something that's been a significant part of my life, skincare. As a busy female entrepreneur, I need a skincare routine that's quick, easy, and super effective. Turning 60 didn't bother me because I've been taking care of my skin every day for 20 plus years. I didn't always, but I'm glad I did start when I did. Let's fast forward to 1 year ago, and let me tell you about a game changer for me. I stumbled across my secret weapon, Droplet. Droplet is not your typical skincare company. It's a revolutionary approach that delivers personalized monthly skincare subscriptions tailored to your specific skin type. The magic lies in the Droplet Micro Infuser, a device that creates microscopic droplets from formulated capsules, expelling them at a high velocity to infuse ultra-concentrated active ingredients deep into your skin. Now, I'm a self-proclaimed skincare junkie. I've tried it all, from serums to spa treatments, and even once selling a natural body care line. So when I heard about Droplet, I knew I had to give it a shot. I can confidently say it's made a remarkable difference in my skin and my routine. The Droplet Skincare Micro Mist Infusing Device is a game changer. It uses a gentle mist to penetrate ingredients 20 times deeper through micro mist technology. It works with formulated capsules similar to an espresso machine, allowing you to infuse the treatments that are right for you into, not just onto, your skin. Here's how Droplet works. Choose your serum, collagen, retinol, glycolic acid, or maybe a lip plumper. Insert the capsule, hold the device to your face, and press the button. A fine mist of the serum is released onto your skin, targeting your face, your neck, chest, anywhere you want to focus on. These misting capsules have transformed my skincare routine. The results are incredible, from increased resilience to fading hyperpigmentation. Why do I love Droplet? It's quick, easy, and the capsules are recyclable. No cleanup, no hassle. And here's the bonus. Droplet's formulas are clinical strength, dermatologist recommended, cruelty-free, sulfate-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, soy-free, fragrance-free, and vegan-free. It's a skincare lover's dream. If you're looking to level up your skincare routine and evolve beyond the basics, Droplet is your answer. Plus, they offer free skin consultations with their estheticians to address your skin concerns. Investing in a good skincare routine and self-care is crucial for any woman, especially us busy entrepreneurs. First impressions matter, and you want to put your best face forward. It's time to evolve and embrace the next level of skincare. Head over to the Droplet link on my website today, where you can start your own personalized Droplet routine. Here's to glowing, radiant, and fiercely beautiful you, no matter what age you are. Go to lisarcarmichael.com/droplet.